Welcome to the last episode in the series How to Drive a Woodchip Truck. Today I'm going to talk about some things that I didn't talk about during these episodes. But I'm not going to talk about everything that you can say about woodchip trucking. There is so much details you can talk about, but it will maybe it will be boring. So this will be the last episode. But if you're driving woodchip truck and want me to talk about something specific that I didn't talk about in this episodes, so it's very welcome to write in the comments if there is something specific I can mention more. So I'm going to talk about little things today that is good to know about when starting to drive woodchip truck, if you're new in the business or if you have been are going to start driving a woodchip truck. One thing that makes this job a lot more easy is to always bring some lubricants to lubricate the moving parts of the woodchip truck. Mainly all the construction you have this grease on all of the moving parts. There is grease, but what to think about, these straps, the fixed straps, they don't have grease, but you need some lubricant to lubricate them from time to time. They are outside of the cargo space, and there's a lot of salt from the road and dirt coming into these rolls. So it's very important to have some lubricant to lubricate them regularly. So if you do this, you have a lot easier to work with them. Another thing that is very important is the hydraulic system. And some constructions, they are inside of boxes, and that's very good. But often they are like this on the construction, so all the salt from the road and dirt from the road comes on this hydraulic system. So you have to use lubricant so they will not get stuck. For example, you notice this when the moving parts start to move slower than normal. It could be so easy that the system cannot go all the way. So the electrical valve pushing the system, but it will not push it all the way down, but just a little. But if you use lubricant, there is not a problem. And also there is a problem if they will not go back in the neutral position. And this is very dangerous because when you stop the button, the construction will still be moving. So if you're walking under the construction, for example using the straps, it is very important to look at the construction while moving, so it's not get stuck. But this is very extreme. Normally it will not go to this far, because if you use lubricants regularly, there is not a problem. But also, as I told before, it's good to look at the construction while operating, if some hoses burst or something like this. But as I said, use some lubricants and you have no problem with this. Then I have a tip for you that is very easy, but very good. When cleaning the wheel covers, especially with dusty materials like cut shavings, you don't want the material to blow into your face. And often there is a lot of wind on the unloading places we are unloading at. So make sure to park the truck in a specific angle, so the wind comes from the side, so it blows away, not on you. But if there is lack of space and you have to park on a specific spot, look from what direction the wind blows, and walk against the wind. So always look at the wind. That's a good tip from me. And also use a stick or something, so you don't have to be very close to the materials with your face. That's a good tip from me. Then another thing, I mentioned in the series how to drive a wheel loader in that series, but I'm talking about it now again because it's very, very important. We have this top cover on the woodchip truck, and it is possible to load too high. And the very big risk is that you crash with some bridges. You're going under the bridges. You have to make sure, look in the papers of the truck, how high is your truck? And then load how much up to the limit we have in Sweden. That is 4.5 meters. That's our limit in Sweden. So make sure you know how high is your woodchip truck and load after this. Then another thing that is very important, it's more important than you think, but to blow the dust out from the radiator of the truck. We have some kind of filters in front of the radiator, but this filter will only take the big materials, but not the dust. So there will be dust on your radiator. So you always have to regularly blow your radiator free from dust, and blow from the side of the radiator, between the different radiators, and from back under the cabin, if it is possible. So if you don't do this, you will have a bad coolant on your engine, and then you have to higher your temperature in the cabin to take down the temperature of the engine. But if you blow it regularly, there will be no problem. For me, I always use the blow stations on the paper factories. When we're loading pulp, we blow the cargo space, as you saw on some earlier videos I showed you. And while I'm doing this, I also blow the radiators, so it's not a big extra work. Then another thing, and this is not only with the woodchip trucks, but this is for all trucks, to check the tires. Of course you're checking for damages on the tires, but to check the pressure in the tires. I've seen some drivers hitting the tires with a hammer, the single tires, and that's not necessary. It's only necessary to hit with a hammer on the tire on the double tires, like on the pictures here. There's two tires beside of each other. You're hitting the tires with a hammer to hear if there is no air in the tire, if there's a puncture on the tire. So if you have double tires and have a flat tire on one of the tires, the other tires carry the flat tire, and you cannot see it with your eyes if you're empty, when the truck is empty. And it's even hard to see when there's fully loaded. It could be very hard to see, especially on our trailers that are 3 axles in a row. It's not so easy to see. But the single tire, you don't have to hit the single tire, because you can see if the tire is flat, it will also be flat on the ground. But with these double tires you cannot see when there is a flat tire. So if you're hitting the tires with a hammer and there is air in the tire, you will hear this sound like a boing. But if there is a flat tire, you will hear a flop. So you hear a very distinct, different sound if you're hitting the tires and there is air in it, or if there is no air in it. That's why you're hitting the tires with a hammer, so you can hear the difference. And this is very important, because if you're driving with a flat tire, the wheels beside of each other will touch each other and destroy each other. So if you're driving with a flat tire, there will be just a matter of time, and then both of the tires will be flat because of the nagging on each other. So that's why you have to check your tires, and especially when there's doubles like this on my trailer, you have to check regularly every day. Okay, that's it for today, and I will not make some more programs from this series, how to drive a woodchip truck. But please tell me if you have some suggestions for me to add to this series. I can add it in the normal programs with which I show you trucking. So good luck for you all who is driving, who is going to start to drive a woodchip truck. And welcome to this business. It's a very nice business. I like it so much. So please welcome the woodchip business. See you on the roads. Please make a wave or come to talk to me. I like to talk to you colleagues out there. Today actually there was a person coming to talking to me about just to have a chat because he knew I was doing this Glada Flisbilen. And I appreciate it so much, so please come and talk to me. Okay, see you, bye bye. Thank you.